Hi, Mom. Happy Mother's Day.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, happy Mother's Day. This
So what I appreciate about you most, besides the obvious, which is keeping the house tidy and cooking meals for us and everything, you gave us such a special place to grow up in. I love this house and this neighborhood, and I've made so many friends here that I know I'll just be lifelong friends with, and I have so many special memories from living here that just shaped who I was and make me so happy to look back on.
So I'm gonna start it off with my favorite memories, and I couldn't really think of one. I kind of thought of a few, so I figured I'd put them together. Uh, First would be back to when I was in middle school. Obviously, that was kind of a weird, tough point for me and turning point, in our relationship. But you were able to provide an environment for me that felt safe and loving and comfortable, and that was one of the first environments that I kind of ever was able to feel like that. So the fact that you were able to provide that for me, as a student, before I was even your son, was incredible. And I think that's what drew us close in the beginning, and what was kind of the foundation of our, growing relationship.
So, some of the things that I love about you is that I probably give you the most hugs out of everyone in the house, and you always let me do it no matter what time of day, what mood you're in. Sometimes you even need one. And I always feel better when you do hug me. Makes my day a little happier.
if I were to explain to anybody just what you mean to me, I think what I would say to sum it up is that you have seen me at my worst and you have seen me at my best, and you have been there to pick up the pieces at my worst, and you have been there to celebrate me at my best. And in either one of those situations, you never hesitate to sit and listen or sit and talk to me or to Dalen or to both of us, and have just really been a saving grace in times that were really dark for us, and times where we felt like we failed, and times where things were just really upsetting and hard. And you have always been there to shine a light on the situation, to reassure us that things are okay, to reassure me that things are okay, talk us off a ledge. And you never hesitate to be there for me, for Dalen and I both, for people.
So my favorite memory of you, I was reminded of the other day when I was cleaning out my closet, because I found this, and I know you bought me this, so I could remember the day when I got my first pair of pointe shoes. And that was really special for me, and I was really happy that you were there to share that moment with me, because dance holds a special place in my heart, especially impact dance, and you were, the main reason that I even started dancing in the first place, and I always felt connected to you by dance. So yeah.
You always take me to the beach or to like the Manasquan Inlet, and that's probably my favorite memory of you, is when the one time we went to the Manasquan Inlet and it was so windy and the car was shaking, and we talked for like an hour just in the car, just about how we were feeling. Just, it overall made me feel better. I still have a picture from that day when we went to the Manasquan Inlet.
The next one I have on the list would be my graduation. Obviously, I never really wanted to go to, college at a young age, and then I grew to, understand that higher education is important. And I remember wanting to just kind of go to OCC and just kind of get by and get a degree, just to get a degree. And I know that you and Tina had both pushed me to go to a university because it would look better on job applications and whatnot. So that 4 years of putting in dedication and time, although I'm not using it currently, it was still a nice feeling to kind of look back and see you and Dad sitting there and, knowing that I have made that achievement in my life and that you were a big part of that and pushing me.
One of the funniest things about you is probably that, like, especially when talking to me and Elena, you will take the talk to have like a philosophical turn, and you'll start talking about the world and how people are changing, and like especially now, like during this time, around the time of this Mother's Day, you're just talking a lot about how this changes people, and like how, like, it's very insightful, and me and Elaine make fun of it a lot, but it's actually really interesting what you have to say.
I think a quality that is the most obvious about you is how selfless of a person you are. And especially living here these last few months, that has been more apparent, now more than ever before, is all of the times that you put other people's feelings and put other people before yourself. And I see that every day. I see you do that every day. And because of that, I genuinely get so happy and emotional thinking about you being a grandmother, because I know that you will be amazing in that role too, and selfless and in that role, and do everything and anything you can for all of your future grandchildren.
I have on my list what I appreciate about you, ? And I think a better question is what I don't appreciate about you, if that makes sense, because there's nothing that I don't appreciate about you. I appreciate everything that you do, from the simple little things, making dinner and making sure that, the house is clean, to the big things when it comes to making big decisions and house shopping and purchases and business adventures. I appreciate everything from the little stuff all the way to the big stuff. And I know that, not always easy to show on my end, but I want to make it known now that I appreciate everything from the little stuff all the way up to the big stuff. And there's nothing that I don't appreciate about you.
You gave me my love for the beach, and the beach is really somewhere I feel safe and happy, and I really feel that I got the love for the beach from you, and I have a lot of happy memories of you and Melanie and I at the beach or going to Seaside and everything, so I'm really appreciative of those things. So what makes me laugh about you is your very mousy tendencies. I'll never forget when someone made like dog Christmas treats, and I came downstairs and saw that you had bitten a piece out of one and put it back. So yeah, whenever you mouse something or just act very mousy, it always puts a smile on my face and it makes me laugh.
So I have two favorite memories of you. One is when we walked through that arch and walked into the Louvre Plaza that first night that we were in Paris, and we were all just so blown away and speechless and emotional. I just remember turning around and seeing you spot the Eiffel Tower for the first time, and you just started to cry, and then you made me cry, and then you made all of us cry. But I think that was just a really special memory, because it just goes to show how humble you are, that even the sight of something like that can make you cry. And you made me cry because I just knew how much it meant to you and how much just being in Paris meant to all of us. My second favorite memory is also in Paris, and that, of course, is just you being there for our engagement. It's a favorite memory that I have with everybody, but definitely one of the top for you as well. I just remember after kind of getting out of my blackout of shock, I just remember seeing you, and you were holding your phone like this, and you were just like crying, and you were just so happy. And it's just like that night and just that moment on the bridge with everybody is just a memory that I'll never forget.
And overall, you're just a great mom, because you always go through things that you want to do, and you listen, and I love you, and you're just a great mom.
I just wanted to say that I love you so much, and I'm very thankful for you and grateful to have you as my mom. You're just the best, and I love you.
I love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Anyway, happy Mother's Day 2020. I hope you enjoyed this video from everybody, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Love you. All right, so see, I can do it. I'm gonna start now.
I'm gonna try not to get blinded by this.
Well,
All right, Ma. Happy Mother's Day, quarantine 2020.
Is that real? Why are you talking to her like she's freaking your buddy from the bar?
Found this, and I know you'll remember, but you bought me this. This is why my YouTube career didn't work out.
I had to start over.
Why? I'll cut it out.
Oh yeah. And thanks for letting me live in your house too.